So, tonight we are going to be talking about Umamusume. But first, I want to show you, or tell you rather, how I introduced my coworkers at the school that I work at now to Umamusume, albeit inadvertently. So, what happened was, and I hope that I don't do it again by mistake.
I sent a funny reel I saw when I came home from work to the group chat.
Yeah, could you actually explain the meme first?
Okay, so there's a horse in there named Sakura Chiono O. She's not in the global version yet, but she's just very cute.
She comes out on the 11th of the global version, though.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, she's very cute, and she has a little song associated with her that's just basically her just singing her own name.
Mm-hmm. Like, it goes...
Chio, 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 no, doki, 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 doki.
Right.
Chio, 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 no, suki, 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 chio, no.
That's the song. Very catchy song. Very, very cute little catchy number. So, Hannah sends me that.
I'm not going to open my phone and turn it down.
Hannah sends me that in the Instagram group chat. Encore! So Hannah sends me that in the group chat that we have on Instagram. And I'm in the middle of, it's Institute Day, so it's a bunch of, meetings
and just boring
stuff.
work meetings.
Yeah. So I'm just going through my phone and liking or laughing at the different memes that get sent. And usually there are a bunch of Umamusume or Persona memes and stuff. So
and whatever happens across my feed that day that seems funny.
Yeah.
And mine.
So I'm going through all these things, and usually at work I have my phone volume turned all the way down. But I remembered now, in hindsight, I remembered that in between school dismissing and the Institute Day actually starting, I had gotten in my car, I went into town to go grab some lunch, and on the way there and back, I was listening to a podcast on Spotify or something. So I come back to work, I go up to the workroom meeting, I start checking my phone for memes in the middle of this meeting, and then it's not when the presenter, who was one of the teachers, was doing the meeting. It's kind of like when we were having breakout time.
Oh yeah.
So that's when I'm checking my phone for all these meetings. So I open up my phone and
get blasted.
Yeah, and at basically full volume, the Chio, 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 no, that song blasts for 5 seconds. I'm I'm trying to scroll my phone out of the Instagram app. And for anyone who doesn't know, there's a little visual that accompanies this meme where it's
it's just the little chibi versions of the horses at the jukebox dancing.
Yeah, so that was because that was a funny visual detail. But I scroll out of it, and then a bunch of people were like, "Teacher, he's got his phone out," and they start treating me like one of the students, and it's funny, it's just good-natured ribbing and everything. No one was actually mad at me, but I don't think also anyone really clocked what that was. I highly doubt that this room of mostly 40, 50-year-old people knows that much about Umamusume.
Have you heard any of the kids talk about Umamusume? Because I know it did become a popular thing over the summer, so I wouldn't be surprised if I know a lot of streamers are playing it.
I know a lot of them are into anime. I mean, so it's possible. Speaking of Umamusume, Steven has visual aids for you on an audio-only forum. He's playing the...
I gotta do my dailies, guys.
Yeah, he's doing
the grind never stops. I'm a free-to-play guy.
So,
the grind no stop.
That was... well, hey, I guess now my coworkers know a little bit about Umamusume. They at least know the Chio Chio song. And with that, folks, welcome back to Off the Balcony. We have I don't want to say loaded episode for you, because this isn't going to be a very big one, but...
We only really have 2 big topics to talk about, but just watch us somehow stretch this into 3 hours.
Yeah. We have a short anime roundup, which includes 1 anime, and we have a con roundup, which involves
same.
one con.
Yeah, we didn't really do that much in January.
Yeah, but I will say the anime is connected to the anime component of a franchise that all three of us have a lot of opinions about and have a lot of time discussing. And then the con that we went to is one of our all-time favorites, UiCon in Urbana-Champaign, part of U of I.
They did have a venue change for this year, but they did not do us dirty at all.
Yep, it was, I would say, an improvement to the to what we had experienced before. So,
did you want to do anime roundup first or con roundup?
Does anyone have a preference? I tend to say we do anime and then con.
Yeah, just keep it chronological.
Yeah. So
chronological.
So we had finished. I consider Persona 4 to be the final anime of 2025, even though we technically finished it in the very first few days of 2026.
Yep.
It's the last anime of 2025.
Yeah, we started it in 2025, so count it as 2025.
And obviously, the way that whole section started was me cursing out Adachi. But now, let's actually talk about...
we have nobody to curse out for Umamusume, because they're all pretty good horses.
Yes. Umamusume, folks, is... Well, how about you guys explain exactly what Umamusume is, how you guys found out about it, and what led you to showing me and Heather the anime?
Well, I mean, how I found out about Umamusume was actually a couple years ago, where I saw some memes about it, and at the time I just thought, it's like, anime My Little Pony? This sounds lame. And then the game dropped on Global over the summer. I actually started playing it. It's like, oh my god, this is actually a really good game.
When it got ported to America, or had the American release, which, funny enough, as far as I understand, happened while we were at Planet FunkCon over the summer.
So I actually did download it one time, and it's like I didn't quite get the gameplay then, so I just ended up uninstalling it. And then a couple weeks later, I installed it again to give it another go. And yeah, I got it this time.
It's amazing how quickly that franchise has blown up over here in the States. And it's only been like 8 months, give or take, since that game was actually released.
And I've been a different man since.
Yeah, right? I mean, well, hell, you're playing it right now.
I know, even during our panels at UiCon, I just look over and you were playing it on your phone just at the table.
Now, I work during the day, so I have to do my dailies at night.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, you know, at least it's not like video poker or anything, so you could be actively losing money, and instead you're racing these, like, cute anime horse girls, which...
And also, it's actually canon in the Umamusume universe that nobody gambles on the horse races.
Bullshit.
Well, citation needed, I suppose. But, so yeah, basically it's, again, like, the explanation is so, you're gonna think I'm making this up as I'm describing it. Basically, they take a bunch of real-world racehorses and...
Basically like an isekai where it says they're reborn from the spirits of the old racehorses.
In this alternate world, alternate Japan, but alternate world where horses don't exist, but these horse girls do.
And they have to be girls. Apparently there are no boy Umas.
Right. Like,
it's not even just like an Uma giving birth to another Uma. It's like that's mostly how they happen, apparently, but it's also just a genetic defect that can happen, or just, it could be like just two normal people just have a horse girl baby.
Yeah. Folks, this is one of those shows where it's like, don't think about the lore. It's kind of like you looking at the Pope Mobile and Cars 2. Don't go there.
Don't think about Jesus Chrysler.
Yeah, Jesus Chrysler. That would be how I would describe the lore of Umamusume. Don't think about Jesus Chrysler. But, so, yeah. So we have the whole, it's mainly based around this mobile game that got super, super popular in the United States just in the past year. based on a larger franchise that's in Japan, and apparently is very popular over in Japan, so far as I understand.
And the company behind it really has been putting the money back into putting all the money they make back into the horse racing community.
Yeah, a lot more than PETA does.
Even last year, before the English version even came out, and I think this year too, they're sponsoring the Kentucky Derby.
Right. And yeah, we will be flaming PETA during this section. Don't you worry.
And I think it was called the Breeders' Cup too. That they also sponsored that one too.
Cool. So yeah. It's hard to describe, but like, yeah. So we got to these. We have horse girls, and there's like a whole parallel, like, I don't want to say parallel society for them, but there are all these like unique accommodations that
the long phones,
like they talk on these phones that are like twice the size of
it's reach up from the horse ears on the top of their head to their mouths,
right, because apparently that is their actual ears and everything.
Lately they've been having to recall Uma plushies just because I guess like whatever base model they have had the human ears on them.
And then that's a bad loss of money. That's a bad loss of money. But yeah. So it's a fun little concept. Apparently, it was supposed to be like launching another Idol project.
Yeah, it was supposed to be more of an Idol anime, and in fact, even like the first draft of the game. In Japan, it took the game a couple years to come out after the anime because they had the Idol Master team on it. Like they're trying to make it more of an idol game. But then when the first season of the anime came out, they realized people cared more about the actual racing parts than the winning concert parts.
Sure.
So then they just reworked the entire game. Like even made it so it's more of a vertical game than a horizontal game, just so you could see their tails better.
Right. But all of that being said, let's talk about the anime component, specifically Umamusume Season 1.
Focusing on Special Week.
Yep, Special Week, and
Silent Suzuka is kind of like the secondary protagonist.
I want to start out by the person who probably came in... I don't want to say I came into Umamusume cold, because I knew a lot about it just from...
We've been sending memes.
Yeah, memes and all this other stuff, but as this is kind of my first outing with Umamusume, and again, kind of similar to Persona, it's been mainly an anime-only experience for me, even though Steven graciously showed me some of the game mechanics while we were at, from time to time, but most recently at UiCon. But I will say this anime, which has a premise so screwy, so just, it could be just, let's just say it's rife for maybe exploitation by certain fetish artists, has that potential to it. It works so well. Yeah. This is one of the most earnest, like, kind of sports anime that I have ever seen. Yeah. And it's surprisingly accurate to the story of the real horses.
I have been hearing the Cinderella Grey, like the newer seasons that's been coming out like around now. I've been seeing that pop up on lists of best sports anime of all time.
Right. Like,
I'm gonna say also the ending of the manga Cinderella Grey. It's all out and done, I think. Could be wrong. Correct me. But I know the end starts off with the beginning of, remember in the first season where Special Week meets a Gurry-Cat? That's where they kind of cross it to be the prequel.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm a giant fan of sports films. I don't care like how cheesy they are, and some of my favorites like Remember the Titans and Miracle and Glory Road, all that stuff. I love all that stuff. Racing movies like Days of Thunder, those are great. I love all those movies. And this anime plays so much like a sports film.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked by because it's stretched to 13 episodes. I'm not saying it's overwrought or anything, but the actual story plays out over 13 episodes. But it just felt like a longer one of those kinds of sports films. You have this really talented The anime focuses on Special Week.
Who came out from the countryside into the big city to enter Tracen Academy.
Right.
Like the big Uma racing school.
Yeah. And it plays out like she has the friend who's like the current best at this game.
It's like ends up becoming friends with like the current huge rising star of the school.
Right. And
it's like ends up getting kidnapped into a team by Goldship.
Yes.
That is your first interaction to Goldship, getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's Goldship and Vodka and Daiwa Scarlet.
Yep.
Put her into a bag and take her to the club.
Right.
Yoink.
And I want to say something. I know that Goldship is kind of like the fan favorite, meme character
like
from this franchise.
Made her the host of the YouTube channel.
Right. I want to say they use her very. I don't want to say sparingly because she is in the show throughout, but she's never like the we need a laugh, so let's go see what Goldship is doing. No, they work her into the story in a really interesting way because she is kind of to a certain degree she is kind of the team captain to a certain extent.
Yeah, even though most of the gags with her are just like while everybody else is training, she's just doing something weird off to the side.
Which was apparently Goldship is still alive, praise be.
Yeah.
It apparently was a quirk of Goldship in his prime because the real Goldship horse apparently just hated training or would just not train or...
Like, the only human he respected was his groomer. I don't mean that in the weird way, just the actual brushing his mane.
A whole industry ruined by just
one word getting bad connotation.
There's ne'er-do-wells that just ruin all of our words.
Like goons.
Yeah. I used to love saying, you fucking goon, and now it's like, I guess I could still use it as an insult, but just in a...
It cuts a little harder now.
It cuts a little deeper, yeah. It's like, you say, you goon, it's like, oh god, I didn't mean that. But anyway, so, yeah.
I just meant you're a silly little guy.
Yeah. What a goofball. What a silly little guy. You remember that August the Duck episode? So anyway, yeah. I appreciate how they used Goldship in this series. She's a supporting character who doesn't, overtake anything that's going on with Special Week or Silent Suzuka. And the thing is, after we watched the anime, I actually went and looked up the careers of the two lead characters, Special Week and Silent Suzuka, the horse.
Rip Suzuka?
Did you cry?
Yes, and I'll explain in a second. And going through their careers, it's remarkably accurate how many of the details they get. That's why I call this almost a sports biopic, because they get so many of the details right about the actual competitions.
Yeah. I know a lot of people complain about Special Week and say Special Week is one of the weakest protagonists in there just because I think this was back when they were still trying to make it more of an idol show, so people saying that it's she just seems like a generic idol protagonist. They didn't really do much about the horse, the actual horse's personality, but I like Special Week.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more. I really like Special Week is a really good protagonist, and kind of going back to that sports movie metaphor that I was using, she does remind me a lot of especially Days of Thunder. I don't know if you've seen. I know he's seen Days of Thunder, but
I haven't seen it.
She reminds me a lot of Tom Cruise in that movie. In that Special Week is clearly very rawly talented. She just needs to practice and hone her skills, and that's a.
Her thing was that she had never met other Umas before since she was just living out in the countryside.
Right, and so it's a very normal sort of sports movie I almost said cliche. Well, cliche is not a bad word, but
a trope.
Yeah, trope of honing a character. The main gifted protagonist has to hone their skills in order to truly be the best. And I think Umamusume takes an interesting approach with that, in the sense that it's not inspiration bait, which you get in a lot of sports films, which is fine, especially from the 2000s. But here they play it more. They use comedy to tell that story of getting better more, and I think it really works to its advantage, because while there is comedy, you still really like the character Special Week, and you want to see her succeed. And it's like some of the comedy involves she's a little bit overweight, so they have to wean her back on carrots, for example. She's what are some of her? She's too worried about Silent Suzuka getting hurt again.
So they have the whole arc where it's like the trainer takes them all into the mountains. Like, you guys have to compete against each other. It's like stop being friends for once. Learn to be rivals.
Mm-hmm. And that scene could have come off as super mean-spirited, but it didn't. It was actually a necessary push to get the team and specifically
they all learned the lesson in the end.
Yeah. To get Special Week especially back into shape. And there's kind of an interesting I don't want to say controversy, but kind of a discussion has been made about the use of Special Week or Silent Suzuka, who's kind of the deuteragonist of the season. Yeah. She's so in the anime, she's this orange-haired girl with these cute little green ears and everything.
Yeah,
she's
like the rising star of the academy.
Right.
That keeps racking up the victories.
Right, which the real horse was a fucking killer on the track.
Yeah.
Silent Suzuka was.
And she is one of my favorite horses to play in the game too. I think she is the one I have the best score with.
Right.
Because it's so fun playing front runners.
And the real horse, like I said. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying yeet. That's what front runners are.
It's like her strategy playing her is just put a bunch of speed skills on her and just make sure she does not slow down.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of people who are more into automobiles, it's like a drag race.
Yeah.
That's her style, just drag race.
Yeah, and Silent Suzuka, I looked up a lot of the horse in life was a male horse.
Which makes the Suzuka name.
Right. I've seen some of his race footage. He was good. He was one of the best. Yeah. And he was but what happened was
he was during the Autumn Tenno show,
which would have been 98.
I think 90. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think he lived from 94 to 98.
Yeah, 98. The horse suffered a pretty serious, or actually no, a fatal leg break during the race.
There's kind of the wrist bone.
Yeah. I think it's where the hoof connects to the leg.
Yeah, one of the 4 ankles the horse has.
Yeah. Horse biology is strange, but anyway.
Yeah, so to just see him just running super fast and then just suddenly losing velocity and then just kind of limping over to the side so his trainer could get off of him.
Yeah, and they actually recreate that whole scene.
Yeah, there actually is a video where it's the footage back, it's split screen, so one side is how they do it in the anime and the other is the actual race footage.
Right, and I mean they get everything down to the model of the actual ambulance.
I think they even have the same voiceovers that were happening too. It's like the last line before Suzuka starts limping is just past the big whatever the kind of tree it is.
Right, and in real life, sorry for saying it, but they had to euthanize the horse after.
Now let me put this in perspective for everyone. They don't take a shotgun out and shoot it.
It was a lethal injection.
It is a lethal injection on the track, and they also cover the horse for.
Which.
Yeah, it's not the American. It's not American style where we put the slugs in the back of the head.
This is why part of me is not ready for season 2 because season 2 is when they adapt to Rice Shower's story.
Oh.
And that one's probably even sadder.
Right.
Yeah.
But so that happened. It was a huge national tragedy in Japan because this was a beloved You almost can't even think of it as just a horse. This was a beloved
superstar
athlete. It would be if, you think in America Dale Earnhardt dying on the racetrack.
I think there also was a double thing people say with Silent Suzuka's death, because I think it also was the same day when that one Formula 1 driver died too.
Ayrton Senna?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yes. So people do a lot of I'm not really theories and stuff, but people just say it's a horrible coincidence that day.
Yeah.
I also did see an F1 meme when they put Suzuka as son, and people just said that was bad taste.
Yeah. But
Speaking of bad taste, what fucking PETA did?
Oh yeah, and and this happened back in the fall of 25, and that's why I said fuck.
I think there was just a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was fall 25.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it was like the summer.
So they posted some.
They posted it actually on the anniversary of Suzuka's death.
Yeah,
on the anniversary of the 10-0 show.
Well, yeah, because it would have been in
just
fall.
Opening up the Uma subreddit, just like, oh, something from Twitter. Oh, that's gore. That's gore of my comfort character.
Yeah,
that meme.
And PETA. So what PETA did, they posted this picture.
It's Suzuka's on the ground with her bone sticking out of her kneecap,
which is not the injury that happened, but
it was actually the bone out of the ankle.
Yeah. Well, but we're kind of splitting hairs here. Plus, PETA's getting enough heat anyway.
No, they can take more.
All right, well, fuck them for that mistake too.
Will not rest until PETA's in the dirt.
Yeah. So PETA, he's rocking the PETA. So yeah, PETA posted this image of Silent Suzuka with like bones sticking out, and the internet. And what they were doing was they were trying to make a statement about.
In real life, there are no resets. On this day, Silent Suzuka had a fracture and got euthanized.
Yeah, the entire point of that post was PETA saying that horse racing is abusing animals, which I find, two things. One, PETA owns 4 horse tracks.
So they can shut the fuck up.
Correct. And 2, PETA puts down more dogs than the ATF does at this point.
Can I just, and I'm not here to defend PETA, I just want to say, I don't even want to say, let me play devil's advocate, because that's just so stupid, but...
there are some horse abuse cases.
Yes.
There are. And let me say, I think it's fair to have a conversation. I think it's perfectly fair to have a conversation about the ethics of horse racing. Yeah. I think that's a perfectly valid conversation to have. And I think there are ways that we can make horse racing safer, better care for the horses. I mean, some of these horses get treated better than most people, but no, it's fair. Like, let's do if we're gonna have horse racing, and then let's make sure the horses get the best care that they can. That's a conversation that I think we can all accept. What we can't do is have that conversation with PETA shotgunning gore art, which may or may not be fetish art, on Twitter.
There's also a thing. Cygames has 7 rules for art of their characters. PETA decided to break 5 of them in one shot.
Yeah, it's like no political messaging. It's like no gore.
Yeah. And so...
like nothing for a monetary purpose.
Yeah, nothing for a monetary purpose. Nothing that would show distress even.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the 5th one is, but I just know they just decided to break 5 of them.
So that day...
And I think Suzuka's trainer even saw it and responded to it.
Yeah, and said, like, take this fucking post down or I'm gonna, like, fucking kill you, essentially.
Well, he said he was going to sue with it. Good luck with that one, honestly. But ever since that day, every time PETA posts something, there's always, like, a Suzuka picture showing her flipping him off. There's no end to it. They can't escape it.
Yeah.
I think I actually have that picture saved.
So, yeah, again, this is a conversation that I think is worth having. It's worth having by people better informed than PETA is, obviously, because PETA doesn't have 2 fucking brain cells to rub together.
I mean, that's why the Staggold family's so crackhead.
That's a good... Yeah, that's a good...
Every time PETA posts, there's like 80 of those.
And there was a really sweet... Like, that's funny, obviously, but there was a really sweet image where it was like someone drew Silent Suzuka with her leg wrapped up and saying, "Thank you, trainer, for taking good care of me during my lifetime," basically. So yeah, now, but here's I want to bring the mood up a little bit because now everyone's coming for PETA. Everyone. That Cygames is coming for. I think Cygames entered into a lawsuit with them. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Also, I think they did, but I haven't heard any movement on it.
Well, I mean, these things take forever anyway.
PETA trying to talk shit about the Umamusume fandom as if they haven't been just maxing out multiple crowdfunding campaigns for these horses.
Yeah, right.
Like when Horror was still alive, they had a whole crowdfunding thing to give her like all the ryegrass she wants for the rest of her life.
This was Cygames that did it?
No.
I think it started as like a either fan thing or like the actual farm.
So, yeah, it was the actual farm that said they could do it, and then they maxed out in imagine like 2 countries worth of people maxing out your stash.
Right.
and I think all the ryegrass that she didn't want would just go to all the other horses on the farm.
Yes.
So yeah, everyone came after PETA, and PETA has not been able to live this down, which is funny because PETA has had a lot of swing and misses, but this is like swing and hit yourself in the balls at the plate.
It's like it's like you got a pitch thrown at you, and it hits you and cracks your cup.
Right? Yeah, that's like because now.
And then it shards into you.
Right, yeah.
Because they deserve it.
So Cygames, the Umamusume fandom, just Japanese horse racing fans in general. I think the Yakuza has even been brought up in this conversation.
Yes, okay, what happens with that one is that was a myth.
It's like people thought it's like you can't draw porn of the horses because the Yakuza controls the horse racing things and they'll go after you, but
the real story is just
some weirdos drew Nishino Flower Guro and the actual owner saw it and almost rescinded Saiyan Sky's trainer.
Yeah, Saiyan Sky's because they kept sending gore of Nishino Flower and Saiyan Sky to their respective trainers, and it wasn't like they saw it; it was actively being sent.
Yeah,
so he almost pulled Saiyan Sky's rights to the name from the game,
and that's why Cygames came out with their 7 commandments.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I will say, he said he was totally cool with the normal ship art, so don't be afraid to ship the horses. Just
he also liked the normal porn too, but don't you know that?
Well, I would
like, man, my horse could get it.
Right. Well, I mean, some of these horses were breeding horses, so I guess it's actually this is one of the times where like the porn art might actually be accurate. But
yes, actually.
But yeah, the trainers were all pissed off. I mean, it was just a whole thing. But here's the thing. I want to roll it back to the anime real quick. So in the anime,
after we got lost in the weeds.
Well, we had to call PETA the fuck out for that bullshit. Fuck PETA. If you're gonna go with
ASPCA is better.
Yes.
Yeah.
ASPCA. They're actually trained professionals in animals
and your local shelters if you want to adopt.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. PSA over. But so in the anime, rolling it back to Silent Suzuka somewhat controversially survives her injury because it's a different,
it's a different universe.
It's a different universe where the horse is implied to have been reincarnated anyway. So this is kind of like
and it would be a horrible tone shift for your show to just have one of the main
characters
literally just get fucking just die on the racetrack.
Yeah.
All right, so come here.
Yeah. Right. So what they do is they put Silent Suzuka through a recovery arc where she gets to where the Uma version gets to have a second shot, like a shot at redemption. It's one of those types of like kind of sports movie trope, and that works really well too. Like that was a really compelling side plot, seeing Silent Suzuka basically have to overcome her fear. I guess, hey Steven, I guess that's like the second half of Days of Thunder, where Tom Cruise has to get the gumption to like get back in the car and race again.
Okay, so I wasn't thinking of Days of Thunder. I was thinking of Talladega Nights.
Well,
should have waited for the fish to drink.
No, that's actually good because Talladega Nights is a parody of Days of Thunder.
I know,
basically.
And I saw Talladega Nights before.
Yeah. My favorite line in that movie isn't from any of the NASCAR drivers. It's like one of the reporters tries to go find Kenny Rogers in the stands at Talladega, and then one of the announcers, I think it was Andy Petrie, was like, well, that was certainly not Kenny Rogers, and then you had Benny Parsons next to him being like, not even close. That line always fucking kills me. He's just like, not even close, man. But yeah, so they get Silent Suzuka back, and they get her racing again. This is in the anime. And from what I understand, that move was somewhat controversial with Japanese fans because
it's like reliving the worst part of like an athlete's death Like,
Right.
it's like basically
it's
if
like if somebody made an alternate universe where Dale Earnhardt survived and just made a cartoon of just what if Dale was still alive?
Right. I understand that because it's like
well, then the wife wouldn't have stolen her heart name.
that's a whole other thing. Or like I don't know, you could pick any number of sports tragedies and say, what if they were just unconscious?
What if Kobe Bryant survived?
What if that plane actually landed?
What if the 72 Olympics didn't have that terrorist attack?
Right, yeah. There's a million different ways you could take it. But here's what I'll say. What really won me over to what they did and what won me over to the show just kind of in general is what they do with Silent Suzuka. They give him, whatever, however you want to say it.
If I say her when referring to the character,
Yeah, her.
that's usually what I do.
They give her the happy ending that was denied to the real life horse. The real horse should have gotten to live like a long natural life, probably breeding a lot. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And passed away peacefully, like Harara or one of these other like beloved horses. And it's not fair that did not happen. But Silent Suzuka in the show gets to have that happy ending, and that was like that might be just sentimental on my part, but it really worked for me. And they gave her a very compelling arc.
And if anyone is caught up with all the main stories in the game, what they did...
they actually added her as a the main story mode of the game, where they just added a chapter for her.
Okay.
Yep, and so...
I'm only about halfway through it just because I know I'm going to cry for it, so I just...
Alright, then... so I'm probably going to say...
I don't care about
okay,
spoilers.
Okay, good. So what they did is they have her do the races and do the times and do whatever. It's mostly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to right before the Tenno show, they have Agnes Tachyon come in because she's like the more sciencey horse. There's a movie.
The one with like the floppy
the lab coat.
The lab coat one, yeah. She's like, and she unintentionally plants seeds of doubt in the trainer's mind, like Umamusume bodies are relatively still unknown.
I think the real life Tachyon were like kept getting their legs injured or like had really frail legs.
Yeah. So she's looking. She's in the game and the movie. I think they also kind of reference that too. But in this one, Tachyon plants I can see the doubt. Like, can Suzuka keep running like she is?
Mm-hmm.
Can she keep going like the wind? Is she going to be gone with the wind? I want to do that joke. And so the trainer started, and there's like a really cool race that you can enter one of your characters in, where the horses are like black sprite shadows. And if you put if you have Suzuka or Air Group, you get like 2 different debuffs, Suzuka and Tachyon. If you have those characters, you can put them in there to give you like really weird debuffs, and you don't have to win the race; you just have to race in it. So when you do that, it's basically the trainer going through his head, like seeing Suzuka snap her ankle on the turn by that tree.
But that doesn't happen like in the game, does it?
Almost.
Okay.
So what they have is like she hits that corner, and they do like one of those like themes where she's running towards the picture in her mind. That was like the main arcing theme of the story, and so they have it where they have like shadows grab her ankle and like in her head, in that moment where she would have in real life, and in the anime had that little fracture. And so what happens is that now that at that point you say, I trust she's going to run how she wants and I trust that she'll be okay. You have like the sprite arm of the trainer, and every horse that's turning around just push her, and she goes through it, and then she continues to. I think in real life she was if Suzuka did not break his ankle, like he had the quickest sprint time.
Right. He well, like I said, he was a fucking killer on the track.
Yeah, I think it was about 53 seconds from start gate to about 1,000 meters.
Oh yes, I remember the announcer.
Insane.
The announcer's just going crazy when announced that he made it to like that length of the track in like a record time.
That's almost.
It was about 53 seconds.
That's almost like Arabian horse levels of speed. That's incredible.
Now I could be wrong about how far it is. Maybe it's about 600 meters or something like that. But it's still
it's still
a long ass straight.
Yeah.
For a reference for our American minded, a mile is about 1,600 meters. So think about maybe 3 or maybe like 5/8 of a mile in about less than a minute.
Yeah, it's insane.
And she continues in the story where she like goes and then she starts doing like all of her anime bullshit pluses and gets her speeds and stuff. And she ends up crushing the Tenno Show record by like maybe 10 seconds.
Wow. Well, I mean,
15 seconds.
If I did the math of like if that fracture didn't happen, like
what would have been the time?
Yeah.
And the time was projected to be like maybe how long is it usually?
I think it's a medium in the game.
It's a medium in the game, so that.
Oh wait, no.
No,
Oh yeah, Autumn Tenno Show is a medium in the game, and the spring one's a long.
Yeah. So getting back to the point, I think it's made some meters are about $2,000, 2,400 meters, and I think Tenno Show like one of the longer mediums technically. So those races take maybe upwards like maybe about 1:45 to 2 minutes.
Wow.
She decided she wanted to do that in like a minute and a half.
Wow. So yeah. I'm happy that they were able to. I thought they did it tastefully with Silent Suzuka, and the way the anime ends basically is Special Week basically wins the big race against this like French horse, which they couldn't name in the anime.
It was based off of a real horse, but they couldn't really get the copyright to that horse, so
they just made all of the like naming convention. They made every detail that horse.
Yeah.
But they used the name where the horse is from. Whatever.
Yeah, which is like some town, I believe, in like kind of near the Alpine region of France.
Ew, French.
And of course she's dressed to the nines in like this fancy kind of military uniform deal. And
has the red carpet rolled off her everywhere the fuck she goes.
Right. And then Silent Suzuka has like she wins like her own race. I remember her having like kind of like a I got my groove back kind of.
Yeah. And she went to go study in America.
Mm-hmm.
It comes back for the little OVA episode.
Oh, right. So yeah, I think looking at the whole picture of Umamusume as an anime, I think it really works as this kind of sports biopic almost. Like it's emotional, as we've said. But it's also like very funny in certain like all of the stuff with the trainer was cracking me the fuck up. Like the trainer might be the funniest character in the anime next to Goldship because the trainer just does like weird shit. Like she'll come up to like an Uma behind them.
Just start rubbing their legs.
Yeah.
Yes, your legs look good, and then gets kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Dude can survive getting horse kicked in the face multiple times.
Right. And it should be noted that in the lore, these girls have like super strength, basically.
So imagine the strength of a horse compacted into a person. There you go.
Yeah, and his dome took all of that. When Special Week kicked him,
and then Goldship's kicked him before.
Goldship will kick anything. So.
Yeah.
And then McQueen put him into like a wrestling hold.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it was Vodka and Die with Scarlet were just beating him up in one scene.
Yeah. And it's
Vodka like choking him out.
Yeah, and they abuse the trainer so much, and and these girls like drain him dry of money.
Thank God you said money, because if you finished the sentence right there, there would have been a lot of people that had a lot of thoughts.
No, not like that. Not like that. I mean, it would have been. It
would have been a different show.
Would have been a different show for sure. But the trainer, that poor guy, he has to put up with all of this, and he doesn't have basically a pot to piss in at this point because he has to basically hawk everything he owns to run this team. Which I like that too. That's like a very kind of sports movie thing too, where it's like the coach who's like down on his luck.
He's just in it for the love of the game.
In it for the love of the game. He's
just like Dick Cheney, just doing all this evil shit for the love of the game.
Right. He's living paycheck to paycheck. He the second he gets his paycheck, the Umas basically take it and divide it amongst themselves in food.
Where did all the money go? I eat those food.
It does like the scene at the bar he talks to his like rival trainers like, hey, can you cover this for me?
Yeah. That was hilarious.
like, I'm here to ask you something. It's like, gets her all blushy. It's like thinking he's about to ask her out. Can you cover my tab?
Yeah. Oh, and the rival trainer, she's got like all these other horses who are named and were like actual horses. We just don't spend a lot like
all the like ones that got fuck tons of trophies, like Symboli Rudolph,
Yeah.
TM Opera.
Sorry.
Grass Wonder, and El Condor Pasa.
Was Oguri Cap in that group?
No.
That's part
Different
of
group.
the Cinderella Grey.
Okay. But
Now, technically, I think it was the starter original. But trainer change, I guess.
But yeah, the trainer's a good character, and funny enough, I see the trainer a lot as like a cosplay. Like you'll see a lot of couples cosplaying.
Yes, so many Uma like couple cosplay reels of like Goldship and the trainer.
Right, which is a match made in heaven because Goldship loves to rage bait the trainers. So yeah, there's one other. So on the team, we haven't even really gotten to the side characters that much. Not that they do a whole lot, but they are there and they do have their moment. Like
Harurara has a couple scenes.
Yeah, Harurara, who's like the cutie, like.
It's based off of a horse that never won,
but apparently loved like running like with, because she saw racing as like running with like her friends,
getting to hang out with other horses.
Yeah. She's in it for a couple scenes. One scene they did her wrong because
she just sits down at the lunch table with the guys like, hey, it's been a long time since I've seen you guys. I've been out running races. It's like, yeah, it feels so good to win, doesn't it? Yeah, I got 5th. But everyone loved how I worked hard. Yeah,
that was cute. The moment where I was like, oh, they did her wrong was when, in like Special Week's first running scene, you see Haru
like they're running a scrimmage race.
Yeah, and she's like, nah!
Just running out of breath at the very beginning.
Right. So Haru Rara is in it for a bit. Oguri Cap is in it.
Just has some background gags where it's like everybody just goes to sit down to eat. It's like she has a huge plate of it, and then it's like after a few seconds when it cuts back to that scene, her got an empty tray.
Right. TM Opera O is in it for like, it is in it and has maybe like 2 or 3 lines.
Yeah, I know she has a bigger role in one of the movies.
Right. Which I can't wait to see that movie because I have a feeling that there's more Umamusume on the horizon in this anime club.
Yeah. I think either by the time it's my turn again, we'll be watching season 2, or if we have where we have to make it like a short club day. I know there is an OVA that came out between, like a 3-episode OVA that came out between season 1 and season 2, which
cool.
That's about Winning Ticket, Narita Taishin, and Biwa Haihide.
Cool.
I love Winning Ticket.
Right.
The crybaby.
The sensitive boy.
So the other characters on this team were, besides the aforementioned Goldship,
Special Week, Silent Suzuka, Goldship, and then we have Majiro McQueen. Yeah. In the anime, they ever joined the team, but Goldship just really, really wants her there.
Yeah.
So just keeps trying to kidnap her.
Yeah.
And she's just not having it.
Yeah. Which is funny because the real horses are related.
Yeah. McQueen is Goldship's grandpa. Which is funny because you'll see like ship art of McQueen and. Oh yeah, I followed this one artist that makes like McQueen and Goldship fan art, but I don't think it was even meant to be shippy. I think it was just meant to be just fun fan arts of them together. So Goldship just rage baiting McQueen. Yeah, which is funny, which is like some good comedy. Yeah, and I remember that. I think that artist like had to turn off comments because just every one of their posters, just so many comments of just people being like, you can't make this art. They're related. The characters aren't. The characters aren't, but we're not shipping the actual horses. But let's be real, it does make it pretty fucking funny. Yeah. So we said Daiwa Scarlet. Daiwa Scarlet and Vodka are on the team too, which those horses actually had a rivalry in their life. Right. They're probably just more of the media. Right. Pitting them against each other. Though it would be funny to see horses actually have an active rivalry. And that actually was in real life with Meisho Doto and TM Opera O. But actually the thing is for Meisho Doto that got it confused or thought like he took like the anger Tiamat-Pro out on Tiamat-Pro's trainer. So there actually was a time when
Tiamat-Pro's
jockey went to go visit Meisho Doto after his retirement at Meisho Doto's farm, and Doto started biting him.
The beef was real.
He did not forget.
You're right. He did not.
Dojo was complete friends with the horse.
Just hated the jockey.
Hated the jockey.
Like, fuck you, this is all your fault.
Right. And then rounding out the team, Tokai Teo is on the team.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, she joins the team. And
yeah.
She's the protagonist of the next season.
Right. So yeah, that's the first season.
And later, I know in season 3 they get Kita-san Black.
Yay! Oh, played by none other than
and Hinaki.
Yep. Yu from Nijigasaki.
Hinaki Yano. Or
yeah.
I think Hina-chan or He-chan is like her actual nickname, but I just like calling her Hinaki.
Yeah.
It's a cute name.
Yeah, it is cute. So, final thoughts on Umamusume Season 1.
It's a good show.
Okay. And
I like it.
If I can just say just 2 more good things about the Uma fandom that I know about.
Sure.
I was going to say this in the Fuck PETA segment, but started moving on. Another... where Meisho Doto is still alive and just living out his retirement on a farm, and I think the farm was just kind of starting to get run down, like leaky roof stuff, so the farm put out a crowdfunding thing to like fix up the barn, make it good for Doto's retirement, and it just got maxed out so fast that they started adding new things on there. Like, I think one of the things they said they'd get a walking machine.
Oh, so the horse could practice like in the wintertime.
Yeah. They're not really practice, but just walk.
Well, I don't mean practice.
Doto has a treadmill.
Yeah. Well, it's funny if you've ever seen like a horse blanket. It's so ridiculous, but also so wholesome at the same time because it looks like the horse is wearing a cape, basically.
Put on my poncho.
Yeah, big horse poncho. Oh, and then the second thing.
Another farm. It's like got its crowdfunding campaign maxed out. It's like Yoyogi Farm. I know I follow them on Instagram now because they're just always posting pictures of the horses next to their Uma cardboard cutouts. I think it's Asian Flash, Transcend, and Wonder Acute. Which 2 of them are ones that are still in the Japanese game, but I know Asian Flash is part of Global.
Right.
Too.
There's one.
Oh yeah, so the German horse wants to kidnap us and take her to the cabin in Germany.
There's one horse who isn't actually in the game. This is a horse called Luminox, who's the son of Mayano Top Gun.
Oh yeah, and they're just always posting pictures of him with his dad's anime girl figure.
Yeah, and some of the pictures are hilarious because he just looks so annoyed at looking at this cardboard cutout of his father. It's like, what did you do today?
All right, I get it.
Yeah. But it's cute. I'm glad that these horses are well taken care of. But
I also remember that Yoyogi farm I was talking about, and on their Instagram they've been posting like the crowdfunding campaign rewards, and I guess one of them was getting a painting by a horse. I think it's Wonder Acute where they keep posting pictures like him has a paintbrush in his mouth just next to an easel.
Right.
Yeah. That's cute.
That's something that elephants do a lot in zoos. Like they'll let them paint. Yeah, they'll let the elephant paint. It's actually kind of cool. Some of them actually paint pretty okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things with Wonder Acute. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But
special horse enrichment. Learn the arts.
Yeah. So kind of closing thoughts on Umamusume. I'd say the first season is really, really good. I really loved it. Hooked. I want to see more. I give season 1 of Umamusume an A tier.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah. A tier for Umamusume. All right. Con time. We only have one con, but it was one of our favorites.
How long did we spend talking about Umamusume?
Almost an hour.
Nice. Still doing good on time.
Yeah. So moving on to UICon. Yeah, only a week ago we were at UICon today.
Technically last Thursday night we went up there, but Friday was the actual day of the con.
Right. So there were some shifts in UICon. So as Steven mentioned at the beginning of the podcast,
it used to be run right on the University of Illinois
like in
campus.
their student center. Like the Illini Union Center is where they had the convention, which was actually convenient for us because there's a hotel on the top of the Illini Union, so we could basically just treat it like a regular con weekend, basically. Yep. I guess from on their end, I didn't have any problems with the con being at the Illini Union Center.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to travel to.
It's easy to travel to, but I get why they
didn't really have to deal with a lot of student traffic, really.
Yeah, but I get why they moved it out because that building. Yeah, let's be real; it's not really built for the kind of thing that UICon is.
Yeah, I think I heard part of the reason they moved is because it got so big that the campus wanted a cut of whatever the artist funds were.
Yep.
Yeah, which that.
Yeah, it's a good reason to move out.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't say because I'm related to higher ed now, but let's just say that that sounds like something that they would do.
Yeah.
But
say you're making money from this. Give us a cut.
Yeah, they always want their cut. But so what they did is they moved it. Yeah, right. They moved it to this the I Hotel.
It's a hotel like right across from that big stadium.
Yeah, the State Farm Center. Basically, for any sports fans, it's on the extreme southwest corner of where the State Farm Center is, and the State Farm Center is where the
is it basketball?
The U of I basketball team plays, and further away from that is the football stadium. So it's kind of in the sports complex, which is funny.
We're kind of rolling up to that hotel where a bunch of sports fans and I think some of the athletes were there. We're just rolling up with all our weeb stuff.
Yeah, because that day we arrived on Thursday night, and that day U of I was playing like a big basketball game. There was you guys got redirected because of game traffic to even get into the hotel. Yeah. So there were a bunch of Illini fans just staying in the hotel, and we ran into two people in the elevator, different time, when we were going to the restaurant.
Yeah, just one of the athletes from Duke. That was
was he one of the guys that asked us hey, what's going on around here?
Yeah.
It's just all our weeb stuff.
Yeah, so yes, Off the Balcony has talked to members of Duke University, and it's I don't know. I was just thinking if I was drunk enough, I was like, hey, you should be an Uma. Go wrong. Give me the mind.
So, if I ever made an Umamusume OC, I'd be pot 8 O's. That was for they were all. When he gave the horse's name, he said pot 8 O's, and the guy wrote it as Pato.
Pato. So anyway, so we arrive at the hotel Thursday night in the middle of this game. We get checked in, no problem. Staff was very accommodating. The restaurant was quite good. There was a little, not little, but a restaurant that had been attached. It was full of U of I stuff. Yeah. And we had a good night that night. Just kind of.
I think what you were saying about the old venue being convenient. I think I actually like this one better too. Cause
it's
an actual big hotel. It's has an easy to find restaurant attached to it too. It's didn't really feel any different than the other UICon. Where it's everything you could ever need is just in one building.
It was a blessing kind of in disguise because what I liked when the con was in another change that happened. The con in 24 and 25 was hosted early spring, early spring.
Yeah, it's
the beginning
I think my
of March.
Pictures from last year were in March.
Yeah. It was actually a week before AMKey, which that was kind of a bit of an anxiety for us. We were worried, is UICon going to happen the weekend of AMKey? And that fortunately did not happen. But
stopped January from being a dry spell of cons for us.
Right. So, but what happened was there was near the Illini Center, there were all these restaurants and stuff, including this really good Irish pub that we would go to that had a lot of good food, a lot of good drink, everything, pretty cheap.
I am glad we didn't have to walk over there this
year.
That's
why I like that everything was in the building. It was right in the middle of the cold spell. It wasn't the coldest of it, but
I had to wear I bought a pair of thermal tights specifically for this con, just in case we had to go outside.
Right, but we never did. So that was a blessing too. So yeah, this venue is far more conducive to do like an anime con, and so we have our dinner, we have our drinks. We did have a little bit of a tech scare because Steven forgot his computer, but fortunately I had everything on.
Yeah, we had copy.
Yeah,
we have copies of our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we did a little renewal so we could get the current cringe on Angst and Regret in there. So we kind of just
even added a new slide to Lost Media.
Mm-hmm. So
there's a really good find on the new year.
Right, that Princess Chung movie or something.
Empress Chung, the North Korean, South Korean animated movie.
Right. So, go to sleep Thursday night, wake up Friday morning. We're like,
oh yeah,
we're kind of pre-gaming in the we're pre-gaming at 10 o'clock in the morning, like respectable citizens.
Yes, we were.
Well, I will say why we were down at the con on Thursday nights, because another change they made for this year is they could only get Friday, Saturday, and not Saturday, Sunday.
Because on Sunday the convention center actually becomes U of I's I think non-denominational church.
Yeah. So they rent it out to a church.
Yeah, they rent it out to a church, which is fine, but
it is weird to be driving home from a con on Saturday.
Right. It's like, did we surrender?
So, I know I just felt most of Saturday, like feeling like it was Sunday.
Hey, what is this? What is Katsucon? The one?
Katsucon?
What is this? Katsucon? The one where they did the bait and switch on everyone's.
Oh, SoccerCon?
Yeah, SoccerCon.
Yeah, SoccerCon is a big scandal now where, like, right after they approved everybody's idol-themed panels, they canceled all of them just because we already have an Idol Fest. We don't need to have all these idol panels. Just join the Idol Fest.
It's been a drama.
The same time they invite Emmy soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that...
It's like... Sure, Emitsune's gonna be happy about you canceling all the Idol-themed stuff.
Oh, good job, motherfucker. You pissed off the Paul McCartney of idols. Good job.
And apparently, not Katsucon, SoccerCon just put out a statement about the whole scandals thing. It's like, oh, don't worry, Idol stuff is gonna be back next year.
Lies. It's all lies.
Yeah, and apparently
Your
they
word
are
is worthless now.
Yeah, and they did say for all the people they approved panels for and then canceled on them, said you can still get your free badge, and people saying, but we prepared so much, we want to host these panels.
Right. Oh, and also I want to say real quick, I am so sorry, Katsucon.
They did have Katsucon is the one that had the shit disaster last year.
That was the
venue's fault.
That was the venue's fault. Katsucon, I'm sorry. SoccerCon, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You won't see us darkening your door. But anyway, so
yeah, as far as I know, Katsucon's doing good this year.
Good. Well, maybe they had plumbers on staff. But anyway, so
just
Friday,
like my sink, I tightened a few bolts.
Right. So Friday morning, we're just up in the room because the con doesn't actually kick off till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're just kind of up in the room, we're pre-gaming, shooting the breeze, listening to music.
Steven got drunk before we even got our badges.
Right.
As you do.
But then we found out, thanks to Heather, that pre-reg can go down and get their badges, and then we learned that.
Oh yeah, we thought we'd have to end up stopping by super early. It's like, hey, I know this is before registration opens, but we're hosting a panel right now.
Yeah. So we went down. We got our badges around, I want to say 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it was around noon we got down there because we thought we'd have to wait until 1, and then I think it was either me or Heather checked the website.
I think it was Heather.
Registration's actually opened at 11. We could go down right now.
Yeah. So we get our badges. We actually ran into one of the organizers, Joey. Really, really great guy, really sweet guy. Addressed us as off the balcony, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I did make a post about us, post our panel schedule, and they're off the balcony at UICon, trying to advertise us a bit. So, and I saw he did like the post.
Nice.
Probably just knew who we were.
Yeah. And the UICon staff is great. They're all fantastic. This con, I'm not even going to talk about how it was run because there's nothing to report. It was perfect.
Everything was perfect.
Yeah, everything was perfect. Tech was good. We did have a little flickery projector, but that was almost nothing.
One thing I will say, these panel rooms were great. had huge projector screens, and we only did have one microphone, but that microphone was like on like full picking up everything.
It was the most dialed in microphone I have ever had the pleasure of speaking into. And there was only one of them. Well, no, that's not even UICon's fault. Why can't we copy this and put this in conventions everywhere?
I mean, your voice can project pretty well, so sometimes you don't even need a microphone.
Yeah, I'm over here like, why can't the mics be louder? And I'm over here like shouting like a fucking mega preacher. Ironic. But so we get our badges, we do a bit more pre-gaming, then we come down and it is game time. And Hannah kicks us off.
It's Lost Media, then the dub panel, and my Love Life panel were just back to back, like 3-hour shifts.
1 to 4. We were in that room from 1 to 4. Yeah. Basically nonstop, which is fine. I would prefer to actually have a panel schedule like that because it actually makes running the panels a little less stressful. Because
just feels like we have just one shift block, then a couple hours break, then just another shift block.
Yeah, and that's how it went. So you did, because this was kind of your show, Lost Media. Why don't you talk about how it went? I think it went good.
Yeah, I don't think I really have anything to say about that one. Just it just went pretty good. Right.
You did add the Empress Chung stuff, but we did.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Lost Media found this year. Yeah, I feel like a lot the bigger Lost Medias this year have already been covered to death. But I try to keep a lot of the super huge stories off of the panel just because I'm sure people have already heard about them to death.
Right. And then my Dubs panel happened.
That Dubs panel has a cool story.
The Dubs panel, we had a small audience, but to say we had a engaged audience would be an understatement. Yeah. First, I do want to shout out someone, because I promised them that I would. The host of Il and I Dig Crazy Flicks, which is like a film-centered podcast on that's based out of U of I, came to our panel, gave us pins to advertise them. Thank you so much for coming to those first 2 panels. We really enjoyed having you around. We were happy to look after your stuff while you peruse the con. I do intend to reach out to you to see if you would want to do a crossover with Off the Balcony, maybe an episode about anime films. Because I know you run a film podcast, though I can tell you're very much into anime, and we obviously do an anime-themed podcast, but we have seen more than our fair share of anime films. So, Il and I Dig Crazy Flicks. Go ahead and check them out.
Illini?
Well, no, this is how it's spelled on the button. Il and I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wasn't saying it like an old head.
Are you sure?
That's how it's spelled on the button. So anyway, I wanted to shout them out real quick, but I also wanted to give a quick shout out to
David Fleming.
David Fleming.
I went back to the website to find his name.
He was actually a featured guest at this panel. Because
there were a couple voice actor guests, and then him.
Yeah, and there were a couple of voice actors who had done like kind of side character voices.
Yeah,
and
I think Kristen Laporte always shows up because she actually is an alumni.
Right. And she's worked on some really good jobs too, so I don't want to sell her short or any of the other guests short.
Yeah, but David Fleming is the one we actually met because he showed up to that panel with his resume.
He literally
he's a translator, like ADR guy for dubs.
Yeah, and he has worked. He basically walked us through his catalog.
It's like Samurai Champloo, K-On. I think he mentioned
Akira. He worked on one of the dubs of Akira. He worked on Kill la Kill. He worked on...
I think Monster was on his...
Yeah, Monster was on there.
A lot of the Gundam shows.
Yeah, a lot of Gundam shows were on there.
What was that storyboard he gave us?
That was from one of the Ghibli movies. Or no. That was from... I think that was from a Gundam show. Or no, I think it was Akira.
No, it wasn't Akira.
That actual like art book he had. It looked like the... I think that was Gundam.
No, there's let's speed away from Mike. So there was he gave us like an episode storyboard, but I could not remember which one that book. I could what that says, here's the scene and here's how the characters are going to pan out and here's what the translation says.
Yeah. I remember like it was one of those very obvious shows, but just for some reason it's not coming to me anymore. It's like I want to believe it was Gundam.
I think it was Gundam, like some Gundam project.
Well, there was there's the book, right? So you had those books. Well, there was Gundam. There was the stuff he worked on, but there was like one show like had like a whatever show had like an episode of a runaway tank.
Look, we'll come back to it.
I'm just saying it was like me and one of our Discord friends, Ted. We're just looking through it.
Yeah.
So
because it was a cool book. He had this.
Hi, Ted.
Yeah, hi Ted. It was good to see you. But he also had all of the I want to say pre-Princess Mononoke Ghibli films on laser discs.
Yeah,
and
I think that was my first time actually seeing laser discs in real life.
I've seen them.
I was not expecting them to look like vinyls.
They look like if you took like a blank CD and you blew it up to the size of a vinyl.
Yeah, when he was first showing those, I thought, it's like, oh, these are probably like the original OSTs on vinyl. And then he said, no, those are laser discs.
Yeah, the movie is on that disc, which is crazy to me. It's because he's thumbing through them and he's got like original copies of like Castle in the Sky, Nausicaa, like Kiki's Delivery.
He even had like Only Yesterday.
Only Yesterday. He had
Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies, which fuck, that must have been I hope they paid him hazard pay for that. Mm-hmm. And he also had a 1-hour conversation on Laserdisc, a 1-hour conversation recorded of Hayao Miyazaki talking to Akira Kurosawa, who's like the godfather of Japanese filmmaking.
Yeah, basically made all of those classic samurai movies.
And the thing is, I had just gotten paid that day. I was like, not for long. I make bad financial decisions. If I had my fucking checkbook and a little bit more liquid courage in me, I would have been like, how much you want for this Playboy?
Heather, I'm draining the bank account.
Oh yeah, that was the weekend I was waiting for some money to come my way, so I think I could have bought on the spot.
Yeah, right. I'm like, how much you want for this? Because this is like an actual piece of film history.
Did he say did he say something like 5 digits? I think there's like 15K.
Oh, he could have sold that easily for 5 digits. I don't know, where in that, I don't know how rare that conversation is, but to have one like that, I mean,
two geniuses in a room.
Yeah.
Speaking of money, let's go back to
our big purchase of the weekend.
No, I was gonna say some more. There's some con prep this weekend that I got a little angry about that weekend. I recently got an inheritance.
Oh,
and
Yep, Grandma.
Yeah. And how put this? We were given amounts of money.
Right.
At the cheap ass. That's what inheritance is. What con prep for the day is get an oil change, go to the next town over to deposit the checks,
and you had to drop me off at work because I had to work that morning.
Oh, what else was? And get gas for the trip up. So I was only able to do one of those things, which was get gas.
Right.
So the reason why is the bank that I choose to bank at is in the next town over. There's none in the town that we live in. So I cross county lines to go to this town over, and I go to deposit this check. And my dad decided to keep with the theme of the check that he was given to give to us, to write it in purple ink on a rosé back check.
Your dad cared more about his aesthetics than making the thing actually functional.
Yeah. So after I went to that bank and tried to get everything ready.
They said they can't accept purple ink.
They didn't say that. They said the way that the check is written, they can read the numbers on the check, the date, the amount, but they couldn't read the writing because they needed the writing and the number to match. Because say someone puts 3,000 and then one of your handwriting is kind of fucky.
Those infinite money glitches ruined everything.
Yeah, pretty much, especially from Chase. What am I thinking? Chase.
What the young turks have to do with this?
I don't know, but I'm high as a bitch. And so I got the oil change was busy because 3 people dropped out to get their brakes done. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm not getting my oil changed today, am I? So, had to schedule that out for later. So, I get gas.
And there's also where I could have got everything done in the day, but you just fell asleep until 10:30. Right after you dropped me off from work, you just fell asleep.
Eepy.
So
I get to that. I just wanted to say that had some stress of some checks because the check we had to go down to my down to where my parents would go grab it, get another one, go to the bank in that town, and then make sure everything was dropped off, and then we were set. All the money came in by Friday. We were all good to go.
Yeah. So the Dubs panel went well. The Dubs panel was probably the first time we got to openly praise the Persona series because we were like talking about like the
so many great voice actors in that.
Right. I got to talk about like I think the greatest anime voice actor of all time is Johnny Young Bosch, and I that's not even like my opinion. I think what he's done for the industry is just beyond reproach, and I got to talk about.
He is the voice actor. I feel like a lot of newer dub actors like look to him, like the Mel Blanc of
right, or like he's like the I don't know Sir Alec Guinness or Sir Laurence Olivier of this industry.
He's also 50. He's still doing some roles.
Oh, he does a lot of stuff.
And voice teenagers like he's 20.
Yeah, which is fun because what I said was he can do like the big showy roles like Lelouch from Code Geass, but he can also like really disappear into a role like I thought he did with Narukami from Persona 4. And then they tried to get me to talk about Adachi, and I refused to glaze anything about Adachi, including even though the performance. Johnny and Bosch's performance as Adachi is admittedly fantastic, but
even better in the game because I feel like the anime just to differentiate his Narukami voice, where they just make Adachi sound like he just breathed in a bunch of helium.
Right.
Basically, did like they did Kaito in the first U.S. tour.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's Vocaloid joke.
But talking about the voice for Adachi, though, he does go into his little evil voice pretty smooth from that, though.
Well, because
the final confrontation.
Let's be fair, Johnny and Bosch has played his fair share of evil characters. I was getting a bit of Lelouch out of Adachi, not as much as I would have expected, though.
Yeah.
But so we did the Dubs panel. You guys brought up.
I feel like that got. Oh, I was about to say David Fleming there. Probably brought something even more entertaining than we could have ever prepared for with all that historical material.
Oh, I was transfixed because I'm like, I love all this like classic anime stuff, so I could have gone there.
It's like he just kept bringing out just more and more stuff from his
He's worked on so many jobs. He's done so much.
I also believe that's the first guest of a convention that ever came to our panel willingly.
Yeah.
So,
or that we weren't in the panel room before or after.
Oh yeah, it's like we
couldn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't called a Fed when I had my Fed shirt on, you know?
Fed! Oh, go ahead.
And I was just about to say something, but I lost it.
Okay.
The train is off the station.
Oh yeah, I think I was about to say that we couldn't actually go to any of the special guest panels this year because we were hosting things at the same time as them.
Deal with the devil, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes he wants you to work through 2-3 hour shifts in a day.
Right. So then we had the Love Live panel, and that went pretty well. I would have liked to have had because
we had a couple of the server members in there.
Yeah, we had a couple of server members in there, and they always have a great time. I always love that panel. I wish I would have thought more people would have shown up for it. We got a pretty okay turnout for it.
I remember there were a lot of Love Live cosplayers last year there, but didn't really see any besides the server members this year.
There was that one dude who dressed as Daya,
which I did find out he's part of the server too. That was Clown Word Spiral.
Oh, small world. So the Love Live panel went well, and then we moved on to
our break time where we just wandered around the vendors hall and say, me and Steven's big purchase of the weekend. The anime stuff store was vending there, and they had their Umamusume figures. They just had a couple of the characters, but found two of my favorites. Of course, Mambo, Matikani Tannhäuser, and Nice Nature, who's voiced by one of my favorite seiyus, Kaori Maeda. Karin.
Oh, Shizuku?
Yep, Shizuku from Love Live.
Nice Nature is also one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think the Japanese fandom calls her Wife Nature.
I mean, they wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
Heather and I wanted to get you guys Umamusume figurines, but like it would have been weird during the weekend of CAD
Like,
to just
hey,
message,
who's
"Hey,
your guy's favorite Uma?"
yeah." It's like I think you guys would have connected the dots.
I genuinely forgot Cat existed because I was so focused on getting my money back.
Sure,
So
but
you could have done that, and I would have been none the wiser.
But I mean, you guys like the Kaido though, so
Yeah.
So
I almost bought a Kaito plushie.
So I didn't make a big ticket purchase that weekend, but I did make a funny one because we're walking around the artist alley. And I think it's bigger than the artist alley.
Yeah, I think that's also the reason why they wanted more space for their artists.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of great art, like artists that we've seen
that,
before.
I think it was like 98% artists.
Yeah.
There and only like 2 actual vendor tables.
I think they could get. I think
cool.
they could get more vendors if they reached out, but it seems like
I think they're more artist focused.
They want to focus more on which I totally respect, and I tend to donate to artists without even really buying anything because that's just kind of like, hey, you guys are kind of the backbone of a lot.
I know
of
we just kind of
conventions.
limited ourselves, just like no prints, just because we have like a whole box of prints and posters that we've never
out
hung
of
up.
nails by the time I get all the prints up.
I still have my box of nails.
Yeah, right. So anyway, there was this, and I want to get the name right. One of the artists was named. God damn it. Here, Usagi by Bunny or.
It's like Bunny, but without the U.
Oh, Benoy.
Yeah.
Bunny.
Benoy.
Yeah. So this artist, lovely lady. She was dressed as Makima.
Oh yeah, Makima.
And she recognized us from Anime Magic Inked because she came to our waifu wars where she was the one who argued that Makima should be an S+ tier.
Not even the craziest Makima fan we've had.
And
I think honestly she was the calmest.
Yeah. That's for goddamn sure. At least she didn't bark at us.
that was a fucking moment.
That's who I was referencing. Like, not the craziest.
The theater sounds like a damn dog pound in here.
Yeah, she saw us there start talking about waifu wars, which, hey, fun fact, we had a lot of people at this con ask us about waifu wars.
Hey, 27, we can bring it back.
Yeah, just promise you guys this won't be, what was it?
Hey, if you guys are cool, we'll be cool. Alright? Cool?
I swear to God, if I see another egg-shaped neckbeard in the crowd, though, I'm gonna be, fuck, my alarms are going off.
We got recognized a lot at this convention, and this gal, she was great. But she said that I argued for and it was like, I looked to Steven because he keeps track of all this shit.
Yeah, it's like as soon as she said that, it's like, yeah, she did start looking familiar to me.
Yeah, and I was like, where did Makima, and he shot back, shit on fire. It was shit on fire that
She
year.
said she was sad Makima got the shit on
fire. And I was
fire.
actually genuinely apologetic. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry that happened to you.
So it always feels bad to hear your waifu's trash.
Yeah, and she was like, she kind of shrugged and was like, I support women's rights and wrong. And
support women's wrongs.
Yeah.
I think we were both just kind of did that to each other.
And I was like, kind of like half-heartedly, but I did actually want to support her because her art was great. I bought this Mau Mau sticker from her. I paid her with it was only $4 for the sticker. I was like, here, keep the change. Consider it a donation. And like, hey, that's your lawyer fee.
I mean, I would say it's an artist when I was talking to Kyra. Did she have a separate name on? It's still Kyra. Kyra's here, and
I think so.
Yeah, on Instagram, not on Instagram. When I was commissioning the our profile picture, and she's like, she gave me a price. I'm like, you're worth more than that. I'm giving you more than that. So I paid her what I thought she was worth, and I mean, because you're my friend, I think you're worth a lot. But
yes, we should commission some more channel art sometime.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting with another one or on one artist because.
Oh, is that Sarah?
Yeah, I think we both kind of lost the art talk when we started talking about Persona 3. So whoopsie,
So,
recommunicate that.
So, traveling the artist alley was a lot of fun.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I did make 2 Artist Alley purchases, just because I had to limit myself a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of good art down there.
Yeah, I think I
I
bought a Persona mouse pad. So mouse pad, the 3 big Persona protagonists in their dancing outfits. And that I think as I was making that purchase, I noticed she had buttons like up at the top of her booth, and one of them said Uma Glue.
Oh yeah,
Has rice
we were
showers
laughing
face on.
about that for the rest of the night.
Had a rice shower's face on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I have that on my lanyard now.
yeah.
Right next to my Karin from Heaven Burns Red and Futaba doing the nerd meme.
No, the actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the Artist Alley was fun. We had a dinner reservation at the hotel
Yeah, I
restaurant at
also-
6.
I also did buy a Puffy Amiyumi sticker.
Oh, that was cool. That was for some of these younger anime fans, I would consider that almost a deep cut for them.
Yeah.
But we kind of grew up with that being in the cultural zeitgeist.
Or one of I think the first Christmas I have memories of. There's Christmas when I was 5. I got the Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi soundtrack on CD and Animal Crossing for the GameCube.
Nice. So yeah, we went back up to the room. We had to let Mr. Excitement over here cool down a little bit.
That was fine.
And to make sure you could survive the night.
And he did. He did great. Y'all did great. But we stayed up there. We kind of collected ourselves, and then we went down and had dinner.
Yeah.
The dinner was great.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and because we got to Champagne faster than Wade and Heather did, just because we got off work earlier. And so when we were down in Binny's in Champagne, we bought 2 things: a party pack of soju and a pack of weed drinks, THC drinks. And so we got crossed both nights.
Yeah, got crossed.
Me
Me and Steven.
Me and Hannah did.
Crisscross applesauce.
Wade decided not to partake.
I was fine just being one half of crossed, aka drunk.
One part I vividly remember of the night. So our last 2 panels of the night were cursed media and.
We'll
Can
get
we-
to that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So dinner was good. I had something stuck in my teeth, so I begged the front desk for some dental floss, which they thankfully had. Hotel desks have everything, man. And then I got that piece of food out of my teeth. It hurt like hell. I don't even know what it. But I got it out.
I thought you got lost.
I need a dentist appointment sometime.
Oh, I knew where I needed to be, and it was somewhere where I could dig that thing out. And I ended up, getting it out. We had a good dinner. It was very filling. We went back up, drank some more, listened to some more music, got ready for the night.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when the real show started.
One little bit. The Philly cheesesteak is good, but a little dry.
Yeah, a little dry.
Now,
The chicken, the tendies were great.
Yeah, Pennsylvanians can yell at me if it's supposed to be dry, but I think it's dry just because I have a more refined palate than someone from the east.
Ted's from Pennsylvania. Ted said it was not good.
Ted said it was.
Does he call them the Stillers?
We
We need to compare Ted's voice to Bret Michaels and see if they sound similar. What's going on?
Gotta let Ted know about that.
You know what? Tag Ted into the server right now and just do it.
Hey Ted, do you sound like Bret Michaels?
Here, I'll put this in Livers out of context.
No, just put on Hanama's library.
Okay.
That's where all the general chat goes.
Here, you guys start talking about the 18 plus.
So I think our first panel of that shift was Angst and Regret.
Mm-hmm.
Does the server know that he's from Pennsylvania?
Yes.
I don't want to out him.
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
I mean, we just got.
And what's his name? Ted. Oh,
Designate. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we went to Angst and Regret happened. It was initially got it switched around because it was like Cursed Media, Angst and Regret, and then whatever the last one was.
And my own parents walking.
Yeah, and my parents walking up.
But it felt weird to have a 13 panel mark 13 plus smack between two 18 plus panels. So we're able to get that switched around.
Thankfully, the people who run this are very flexible with their schedules, and it's great.
Yeah, I just sent an email and like an hour later, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll change that for you." I was like, "Cool, thank you."
Nice. See, this is what happens when you have competent people running the convention. yeah, we went through Angst and Regret. We actually did add a new slide to Angst and Regret, and it was that block of text from I think it was 100 Girlfriends, where the main character just confesses to every girl he's met at that point. So it's just like probably like 50 to 75 names in that, but it's just like an entire block of text.
Oh, the Angst and Regret response was awesome.
Which kind of felt bad putting that 100 Girlfriend slide in for this one, because one of the special guests is the main boy's voice actor.
Right.
We all need money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just another gig. You gotta just roll with it.
Yeah.
But
Wonder how secretly happy Alex Lee probably was when they recast everybody in the Rent-A-Girlfriend dub.
Wow.
Well,
I be Dakota now.
Yeah. I think technically he more just stepped down from the role just because he's so busy being the big it boy.
Yeah.
Right.
But he deserves it. He has fucking range.
Being with the new Crispin Freeman right now.
I'm out of Rent-A-Girlfriend. I can have an actual career.
Angst and Regret, I think, we actually hit the average people who have seen Dream Eater Mary, which was 2.
Yeah, it's never gone above...
I think most we've ever had is 5.
Yeah.
And I can't remember which con that was at, though.
I think that was either AmKey or UICon.
And
maybe UICon the second year went.
No, it was AmKey.
I don't think...
Oh, yeah.
I think one person saw Mysterious Girlfriend X, and... Oh no! Someone said that they saw Mysterious Girlfriend X, and they were like, I think you asked, "Hey, did you drop after the first episode?"
You asked.
Oh, I did, and he was just like, "Yeah, that was me," and it's like, I don't blame you. I would have.
I wanted to,
but so yeah, we had that. By the way, this is a video.
I should have dropped out of that 13th one.
Yeah. Oh, you telling that story was fantastic. So, can you make like a parody video of like? I want it to be like the spit scenes from Mysterious Girlfriend X, set to the chorus of Faith Hill's "This Kiss." I think that would be absolutely.
But for those who don't know, the story is for me with Mysterious Girlfriend X. I'll say this on occasion because it's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, and it's great to tell. It's perfect to tell a convention. It's perfect to tell a convention.
It is very good. Initially we thought it was 12 episodes in an OVA, but it turns out it's just straight 13. So after I dropped Hannah, her other one, and then it was Hannah, the fourth person, and then I dropped them off at their. I thought I had like 3 people in the car, but no, I dropped those 2 off at their place, and I go home. So I'm like, well, there's a nag in me that even if the anime is shit, I want to finish it. I finished Rewrite.
You finished what?
Rewrite.
You finished Rewrite?
It nags me when I don't finish an anime.
How did it get any better?
No.
I kind of figured. Well, hey, now we can tell that organizer from NebraskaCon that one of us finished Rewrite, and it was still shit.
I mean, if you're into like weekly shonen, but it gets kind of better. But even being a shonen brain guy,
not really what I'm looking for when I watch a TV show.
Rewinding back.
Correct. There you go.
So, Mysterious Girlfriend X, watch that 13th episode. Synopsis of that one is visit mom's grave, spit play over the grave, profit, I guess.
Oh, that killed an audience.
Yes. I actually tell the entire thing, but for here I'm just gonna like shortcut it. The entire time, I am doing 2 things. One, my younger brother got me a 750 ml of Jack, like the white label whiskey.
Which that's just a normal size bottle of
it's a normal size.
Yeah.
Usually I just see handles, I grab handles, but that's just me. And then on the back it said, make this holiday drink of ginger ale and whiskey. I'm like, okay, sure, I got that. So I'm watching this episode, and I am...
Wait, no.
Yeah, up there. And then so then I'm watching this episode, I'm live texting this to our group chat.
Right.
Because I think part of the reason why I wanted to watch this was to prove someone wrong. But yeah, so they go through to the spit play stuff over the grave, and I'm like texting the group chat, just like shouting, like, I am watching this, this bullshit happened, what the fuck is this, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
it was 22 minutes of hell, and it felt like 222 minutes.
It was 24 minutes of the worst stuff of my life.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a bottle or any more ginger ale after that episode was over.
You were roping that thing. But
it was really just more of like, oh god, here's like I decided to start drinking it every time they did the spit play, and I kept drinking it if it was a really awkward thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't expect the grave scene to last maybe about 5 minutes.
It lasts that long.
It hurts.
It
is sheer.
If you said that detail in audience, I missed it. So
the visiting the grave scene with the girlfriend takes like the latter half of the episode.
Okay. Jesus. That's a long time to do something like that.
Yeah, so of like the 14 minutes of that half, most of it is like they spit play over the grave. Fun times, and that's how the bottle emptied.
Yeah, I mean that was probably, I would say, in that version of that panel, that was probably our most. You describing that last episode was probably the liveliest part of that panel. To be fair, Angst and Regret was a very lively panel this year.
It always starts out lively, and then Khan's like rejected for whatever reason.
Well, not this time. We got to. I feel like some people are telling on themselves when they reject that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Panel, but it's like, look, we're allowed to laugh at what we used to like. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I still like stuff that I thought was peak back in the day. I know it's garbage now, but it's like I still like watching it. There's nothing wrong with that.
We can laugh at each other's guilty pleasures. It's completely fine.
I was a Steven Universe fan when I was an early teenager, and I still like some of the songs.
You just triggered him.
Being a man named Steven when that shit came out, I was still in high school and everyone sung me the fucking songs.
You know what? We make fun of Death Note for like having for like saying, do you see
kind of bad second half?
For you don't see cosplayers of Nier and Mello, that whole thing. When was the last time y'all saw a Steven Universe cosplayer of any kind at a convention? Right?
Maybe.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I feel like there's like one now.
There's always
the last I remember. What was the biggest con we went to back in 25 near the end of the year?
Magic, probably.
Probably
or
Magic.
Oh, can't say Inked. Whichever was like the biggest one, and then the latter half of that year.
Well, I think the biggest one we went to was Anime Iowa.
Yeah, I think I saw it in Iowa when someone was taking their kid around in a little wagon in the vendor's hall.
Was the kid dressed as?
Yeah, it was a little kid dressed as Steven Universe.
No, that's nothing. Like,
that's like the last time I've seen something, but it's just a little kid being cute.
They're in the target audience for it.
Yeah,
correct.
I remember when I first started coming to cons, you saw like Steven Universe and the what do they call them, jewels
or crystal gems? The
crystal gems, which is a joke in your Love Live panel.
Yeah, it's actually what the very last slide of my panel.
Yeah, you got little ruby stuck on the face of one of these crystal gems.
The ruby.
The ruby.
Oh, it is ruby.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think what's happening though, because I know that we've gone back and forth of having Death Note on there. We've gone back and forth of having Elfen Lied on there. People accept it now, and I have a theory about why more people are accepting it. I think it's because we've been doing this panel for so long now, like 4 years at this point. Yep. I think when we started doing it, we got pushback because people who were coming to anime cons were younger, and
people where it's more likely Death Note was like
peak.
They still hold it with good attachment.
Yeah, but then go forward about 3 or 4 years, might have had a little bit of rethinking. It's like, maybe that wasn't as good. And I'm not saying that we have consistently the same audience for all of our conventions. I will say we do kind of tend to skew older.
Yeah.
By a certain degree. So
yeah, no. Angst and Regret is supposed to be for what I picture to be like. You know the meme of the girl that's like reaching out her and says, "Let's go to cons in our mid-30s together."
Yeah.
That's like that. Angst and Regret is kind of that target audience, and a little bit like my age, like maybe like my age, or Hannah's age, a little bit younger. The people who remember 2013 when there was a cringe anime scene, I guess would be so big, maybe 5th grade, maybe it's 7th grade and up, when they were in 2013. But That's really a target audience, and honestly, that's the audience I like performing for because they can take the most jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem making fun of like I said, I have no problem making fun of the stuff that I used to like, or even stuff that I still like, but I can't really defend in good conscience because I'm like, if I try to defend this, I'm just going to be lying to you, and I don't want to lie. But in any case, so Angst and Regret went really well. Then we got to go to my favorite of like the older, 18 plus set, which was Cursed Media.
Yeah. I think we even added a few more things to it too.
We did. We added.
Oh, I found this album called Punkcore, where it's punk rock punk collection tribute. It's like the name of the albums, and then where it's four popular female seiyuu of like the late 90s, early 2000s anime scene. Just doing covers of English punk songs. And I think the one we added there was Mai Katawaki singing Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Yeah, and I was like, are you sure this is the right song? And then as I listened to it, I hear this like broken English, give it to me, baby. I'm like, yep, this is it.
Oh, God.
For a white guy.
Trying to do the lead singer from The Offspring's voice was just, no, you have to be like that. If you've ever seen the lead singer of The Offspring, he looks like the kind of guy that would sing the kind of songs that The Offspring makes. No one else can do that.
Her biggest role is one of those white-haired girls from Fate.
Ilias
Seville.
Yeah.
And I know Hannah was like, hey, Steven, we were prepping for it in the room, and Hannah's like, hey, Steven, do you want to listen to this? I'm like, no, I want to be exposed when the audience gets exposed.
What'd you think?
I knew that was a bad idea.
Because that way, I could probably make a riff or two that would just be off the beat.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I was high during this.
Yeah. So I missed your chance there.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, it's our THC drinks, and I drank mine during Angst and Regret, and it kicked in.
It kicked in during Cursed Media.
I think I remember specifically we were in the video Brincado slide, and I think I just kind of leaned over in my seat, like tried to look at the screen, and I just boom! I just felt it hit me like a brick there, and I think I just got knocked back into my chair. And just...
So your weed drink literally kicked in when Sparky the car says, "No, it's a goulash."
Yeah.
And it was called the Wild Ride after that.
Oh, it was a.
Oh yeah, awesome. When the weed dry mouth started kicking in, I was washing it down with soju too. So I apologize for anything I might have said during anime when my parents walk in, because I had blasted off.
Yeah, but here's the thing: neither of y'all were like disruptive at all.
Yeah, I think we were probably just doing the same riffing as we usually do.
Right. It was like, if you guys hadn't have told me, I wouldn't have noticed. Like it was all good. It all turned out fine. Sorry, I'm looking for a good reaction image for Ted here. I'll put a little me Mostolfo in there.
Nice.
So okay, Cursed Media react. We added more context to the Rhapsody stuff. We had the video of what's her name? Brenda.
I think Deborah.
Deborah Wilson from Mad TV, who could just do that, and it wasn't an audio recording. That was like a myth that she cleared up. Though she only cleared it up on this podcast. So I think, like, her just being a natural comedian, I think she was just fine with people believing it until, like, she was...
I think she was just on a podcast and somebody asked about the audio error, and she just demonstrated that she could do it.
Yeah, which kind of raises more questions than it answers, because in that sense it's like
why was that the direction?
Yeah, well, I don't think... You can't tell me there was a director on this. There couldn't have been. It's too broken as a film to have, like, proper direction. The guy who was producing it literally saw it for the first time when it aired on television. And it aired on, like, UPN back in, like, 2002 or something. So, yeah. Any specific reactions from Cursed Media that you thought were good? The dog one's always fun.
Yeah.
Like when.
Oh yeah, the furry orange juice commercial.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about the dog.
No, I just brought that up as just another one that got a good reaction.
Did we have to kill it early?
No,
Oh wait,
I
no,
think
we
we
wouldn't have had to kill it early.
Yeah, I think we
it was
kind of started getting into our anime when my parents walk in time, but I think we had managed to do it like right at like 11 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and then
right. So yeah, we were able to get through everything. Thank God, because I love that panel. It's probably my favorite 18+ panel that we do.
Oh yeah, another one that I remember had a good reaction was the William Shatner Rocket Man.
Oh yeah, when he starts coming out from like
they bring in the second Shatner.
Yeah. Didn't we make like some fucking stupid 9/11 joke about like the second Shatner has hit the Elton John song? Something like that. The Wes Scantlin one is always fun.
Oh yeah, Puddle of Blood trying to cover Nirvana. God, sometimes I forget to mention this during the panel, but it's always like the reason why he was singing like that is because he wanted to
channel the spirit.
They channeled the spirit of Kurt Cobain. I'm pretty sure
Kurt Cobain didn't sound like he was passing a kidney stone.
and I think I said to move on the slides. I said if I was Kurt Cobain and I heard that, I would have started shocking a second time.
Oh yeah, which
yeah,
horrible joke, I know, but
I will say that throughout the night we started Angst and Regret with a pretty modest audience. By the end, we had pretty well. We didn't fill it to capacity or anything, but you know it was a pretty crowded house by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I remember I think the last other new slide we added was a live version of "Come On Eileen" from Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Oh,
it's uploaded onto the official channel where guy just clearly loses his voice.
He doesn't have the voice anymore to begin with.
And we got a little bit of stomp clap when we did Cop Rock. Not as much as what we had in Anime Magic Inked, but it was still fun. Yeah, I looked up that Dexy's Midnight Runner, like trying to find what performance that was, but they didn't give me a date or anything. If I had to guess, it was probably like when they were big, like like 85, 86.
Yeah, they looked like they were at their peak era.
Yeah, I would say it would probably be mid 80s. Because it looked like I compared images to like them, like when they released the song and when that performance happened. So I'd highly doubt if it was not sometime in the mid 1980s, but I could be wrong. We moved on to Anime When My Parents Walk In. That's always fun.
Yeah.
What were the best reactions from that?
I say Pompoko always gets good.
Pompoko was definitely a good one, especially after we mentioned that we had to mark that for
police brutality and animal cruelty.
I mean,
you're
not wrong.
I mean, I did it again for Amki this year and got accepted.
Nice.
Oh yeah, our two panels that have been accepted for Amki so far: Angst and Regret and Anime When My Parents Walk In.
Hey, there you go. You got your baby Angst and Regret on a big stage again.
They throw us in the big ass when they did for Rifle Wars. I'm gonna be scared.
Yeah.
Anyway, but moving back to what you were saying.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to think of what were the big. I think Lucky Star got a good. The Lucky Star clip we had in there did pretty good.
I think the Wake Up Girls one did too.
Oh yeah, Nico 9/11.
Yeah,
Nico got some laughs
9/11.
out of it.
Like having to explain what the fuck this is even about.
I still like while Wade's thinking about that, I still like the how Japan treats 9/11 like it's some type of day of tragedy. Like, I mean, it is, but the American humor is just like we're making fun of it immediately.
Yeah, Japan's a bit more like stoic on that sort of thing.
I think the more reverent would be the word I'd say.
Sure, yeah, I'd agree with that. So I want to say Satellite Girl and the Milk Cow actually got.
It did because we actually requested them to be very quiet because Wade's does not have the boosted audio version.
Yeah, that got added later when
Yeah.
Steven got a hold of the clip. He was able to boost which the audio boost actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you did to that clip, but it like
all I did was I took the master volume and just went yeek.
as far as you can. Which is funny because it's like the master audio when you turn it up is still not that loud, but when you crank it up on like the computer audio, it does sound.
Yeah. So there's two different audios. There's like the input volume I cranked all the way up, and then the master volume I had to crank all the way up. It was like, oh boy, very nice, very fun.
Yeah, one little tech problem that we kind of had, but we did okay with it, was the fact that we couldn't control the volume of the projectors. We were kind of dependent on the...
the speakers were right over our heads and right over like midway in the room.
Yeah,
too.
we didn't get like a remote where we could turn it up or anything, and we didn't know how to...
Something tells me they were probably maxed out anyway, so...
Yeah, because there was a tech person with us in there the entire... And she became like a fan of ours by the end of it. She had a really good time. She was actually really responsive during Angst and Regret. I really appreciated that engagement that we got.
It's always fun when the staff gets in on it.
Yeah, too. Yeah. Well, hey, there's disproving Steven's theory that like staff just hate Angst and Regret.
No. It's whenever Angst and Regret's not at it, I can always assume that staff got offended by me poking fun at their favorite shows.
Yeah. She was just like, yeah, I like some of this stuff, and I think it's trash now.
We had a real bonding over Tokyo Ghoul. All right,
That's true.
Again, like, go and Angst Regret. I like Tokyo Ghoul.
I remember during the Elfin Lead one where me and her just like, yeah, we both watched it when we were way too young to be watching it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think if you're on like an anime con staff, I think a lot of us are kind of cut from the same cloth. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
But going back to anime when my parents walk in, we had some of the Mysterious Girlfriend X stuff in there.
We had the first episode and the last episode.
Yeah, so we got to kind of... It was interesting because some of those people who came to Angst and Regret hung around to anime when my... In fact, I think describing what happened in
I will say
the
people who stayed were probably within the first 5 rows from where we were sitting.
Yeah. And they got to actually see what happened in that show. So it was like, well, I hope it was worth the wait. Because it sure as fuck wasn't for us. But kind of thinking about other specific reactions.
The needless one always gets like...
Needless was fun.
Yeah.
Needless is fun to throw in there.
Yeah.
What else? I can't really think of anything else that got like a... I said Lucky Star because that one kind of stood out as like...
Yeah.
Because it's like Lucky Star is such a good show. And
except for Konata's dad.
The
Fruits Basket's one that also had the same joke in it.
Oh, yeah.
Azumanga Daioh.
The Azumanga Daioh one.
That one was out of pocket.
Because that clip is actually being spread around Reels right now because people are starting to get into anime and starting to watch like what they call Unk Slop. So, by the way, anyone who's over maybe like 22, 24, you just got hurt right now. I just want to let you know.
It's called Unk Gems. There's a meme someone's passing around. Do you remember that Adam Sandler like?
Oh, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. So people took it and retitled it as Unk Gems. It's like Unk Slop implies the existence of Unk Gems. Which is funny because Adam Sandler is the most Unk character in that he's ever been. See, not all Gen Alpha slang is bad. Some Gen Alpha slang is actually pretty good. And Unk is one that I really like.
But that clip is going around from that. I like high school girls. That's why.
Yeah. That one kind of killed. It was good. It was good all around for that whole block from like that 8 to 11.
I'd like to think now that people are actually kind of relaxing or getting used to being outside again from the lockdowns.
Yeah.
It only took maybe 5-6 years. That they're starting to become a lot more, maybe a little bit more unplugged, so they're not like hyper focused on internet anythings.
Sure. Yeah, I get
that. So I can take a joke again.
So the night ended for us with a successful anime when my parents walk in. We head back upstairs. We basically were so tired that we basically fell right asleep, woke back up, got ready to, checked out of the hotel, and then Hannah had her big moment with her Vocaloid panel.
Yeah, and we also did have the Love Live cosplay meetup, but nobody really showed up.
Yeah, that was a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bust this year, but
Yeah.
well.
I mean, they put us at the same time as a Splatoon concert, so I kind of figured we were handed the short end of the stick on that one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we did dominate all the previous day, so
Yeah.
it's not. You took my only food. Now I'm gonna starve. Sorry.
No, we trying to spit on my computer here.
For anyone who couldn't see, Steven almost choked on his drink.
I was trying to spit it out on the laptop.
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear this podcast. So yeah, Hannah got to do her Love Live or Vocaloid Boomer panel. That was a pretty crowded house.
Yeah,
like if I was going to that panel, I would have had to look for a seat rather than just sit anywhere.
Yeah, I'm surprised how well that one went.
Yeah, I mean it was weird. I could see because I sat near the end of the table with Heather, and I could see out the window, and I could see I saw Miku cosplayers, and I even saw one Kaito. I don't know if you saw that, but there were Miku guys come in here. We're talking about this stuff, and I really liked the earlier part of that panel. Not that it got bad or anything. It was just it was interesting to see what the idea of computer generated singing could even look like.
Yeah.
You had the fucking weird Elvis guy and
Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al, which he looks like a Big Al.
Hannah and I were actually having a kind of funny conversation the way down.
Yeah. So the new 3 Days Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, that new song they have where I think it's just two guys, or the two male singers now, where it's like a bad relationship song, but it just sounds like Doomed Yowie. it's like what I would have made big numbers on YouTube back in the day if I just made that song, but had two of the dude Vocaloids singing it. So Kaito and Gakupo might be the big one, but Steven said make it Kaito and Big Al.
Big Al. I feel like Big Al, even though it's the Elvis one, still matches Gantier better than Kaito would.
I still can't believe what Big Al actually sounds like. It's just this bizarre voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the
primo
sample I have in there is from the first demo of him where he's just rapping about Power FX, the studio.
Yeah, just imagine Elvis rapping.
Yeah, it's rough to sit through, but it was an interesting panel just to see the kind of development of these different vocal. I will say the funniest moment was you showing that Letterman clip.
Yeah.
Because and here's the thing, I give full credit to Letterman for doing this. He's like, do I treat this like a band? Is this am I going up to congratulate fucking, I don't know, Tim McGraw or something? Or is this do I treat this like a video game? He does his level best. It's just funny to watch.
Yeah.
And I did kind of make the joke to these guys as in 1964, the Beatles premiered on
Ed Sullivan?
on the Ed Sullivan Show. 50 years later, Miku premiered on David Letterman, which didn't actually premiere in 2007, but yeah, it was interesting just to get the different reactions to different Vocaloid projects. I think a lot of people really liked talking about Kaito. It seemed like there was a lot of sympathy for Kaito because he kept getting shafted during some of the early events,
especially during the first American tour.
Right. Oh yeah, I was telling Steven in the car, the first Miku Expo in America, the Miku Expo 2014, Kaito and Mako each only got one song, and to be fair, Mako got a really good song, but Kaito, it's they had him singing a super high-pitched song in a made-up language. So, dude literally had his first North American appearance singing fucking nonsense in a range that he doesn't really sound good in.
Sounds like Kermit the Frog.
He sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. It's a lot of people hate on Kaito. He sounds like Kermit. It's No, it's because you guys are making him sing super high-pitched songs when he has a good lower range.
You know, my first introduction, like, in any kind of earnest capacity, was to Kaito was in the Miku movie. It sounded good. Like,
Yeah.
because I think it is just the vocal. Does he have a song or does he sing in that movie? I don't think so. But
I think it's like the song at the end where it's all of them singing.
right.
So I don't think he really has a solo or anything.
Right. So sounds good there, and I think the Naoto Fuga clip got a lot of good reaction.
I have the clip on Kaito's birthday one year. Naoto Fuga is just singing, "You are so beautiful to me."
Yeah.
Just around his house, just with all his Kaito merch.
And I got to tell the story of when I saw this. I mean, these guys were there for it. It was at Anime Magic Inc. This one gal brought up. I forgot why she even brought it up, but she brought this Kaito doll, which looked like a doll that, like, I don't know, like the royals would play with. You know what I mean? It was so pristine. I was like, I'm afraid to even fucking touch this thing because it looks like it's worth more than my fucking car. But yeah, the Vocaloid panel was a lot of fun. We did get to talk a bit about the Miku movie.
Oh yeah, talk about how was your guys' first real exposure to Vocaloid?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad to see that the Miku movie got a lot of good reactions still. You know what I mean? I didn't see that movie get a lot of bad criticism. It just wasn't that... It was screened decently in America, and it actually made like quite a bit of money for a limited release.
Yeah.
I just had a really fun time with that movie. But yeah, great job on the Vocaloid panel. Went really well. And then we got to the Heather's Claire Obscure panel.
She actually had the video clips in for this time.
Yep. That one kind of got screwed up a little bit because it was printed twice in the schedule, so that might have...
The paper guidebook had it as 10 a.m. Well, there was 1 p.m. on the actual website schedule.
Yeah, so I don't want to say that directly contributed to it. You know, it was kind of later in the day in the convention, so who knows. But she did a good job of presenting it. We had a few people show up for that one. Ended up being pretty okay. Some of the clips are funny. Some of them are pretty emotional if you're in the know on this fandom. So ended up being pretty good. I know Heather's bringing it back for Amki, so if you are at Amki, go ahead and if you're a fan of Expedition 33 Claire Obscure, go ahead and seek that panel out. It is really good. Just support Heather all you can.
Woo!
But yeah, at that point, the con was pretty much over for us. We decided to pack it in and basically go our separate ways, and that was kind of the end of the weekend. UICon, we will be back.
Yeah.
Because UICon keeps on keeping on. So,
Yep, we made this 2 hours.
Oh, we did? Talking about two things.
An hour on each thing.
Yeah, to be fair, you guys are the big Umamusume fans, and I had quite a lot to say about UICon, so that makes sense. Anyway, so to kind of give you a roadmap of the future a little bit, we are currently working out our plans for the summer. We're planning to show up again at Planet FunkCon. We're planning to do a full weekend at Anime Iowa, Coralville.
Hoping Anime Blues drops some information soon.
Yeah, we'll see about Anime Blues. Anime Magic will be returning to. So it's gonna be a packed summer.
Yep. We'll be going to Amkey
and also on the last
about
day
a month.
About a month, yeah.
And the last day of February, we'll be trying out DibsCon at DePaul University.
Yep, there's a little... Well, we don't know how big it's going to be, but at DePaul University in Chicago, DibsCon, We did throw in 3 panels into their submission. I know that they're recorded, and I followed up on email, so we'll see what happens there. And then there's another convention at Columbia University, also in Chicago.
C3 Expo.
The C3 Expo.
We can't submit any panels to that one because it's only for Columbia College students and alumni.
Yeah.
So we'll just be going just to check it out.
Yeah. So yeah. But if you recognize us at any of those conventions, come up and say hello. We always love getting glazed. So.
And Hannah and I have submitted panels for ASEN, so we'll see if our shenanigans actually get to ASEN.
Fingers crossed.
I hope for at least 2, so that way our tickets will be free.
As panelists, you guys have a long resume, and like evidence that you've done these panels.
Yeah, it's just like doing panels for oh god, which convention wanted us to put in it's just like doing AMKey.
NebraskaCon? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Though, like AMKey, when you sign up for panels via AMKey, they want you to put like a synopsis of the panel to think about it.
Sure,
yeah. It was just like doing that, but for the closer cons. Mm-hmm. So that was that process.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to mark anything. It just asked me, "Do you guys want to put a content warning on this one?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" At least I didn't have to say animal cruelty on this one.
Which again, I have no problem putting content warnings on.
No, we don't. I just found it funny for what I had to mark it for to get it past the censors.
Yeah, I have no problem. Like, look, I'm not one of those. Oh, fuck your trigger warning. No, I'm not like that. But it's like, why am I putting eating
just
disorder
stuff? Question why it's necessary.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I putting eating disorder stuff? This is an
anime con.
This is a panel about fucking I don't know, free rent, I guess. I'm not doing anything nefarious. Like, I don't know. It's insane. But I get you want to have your bases covered and everything, and I respect that to a certain degree. So anyway, yeah, DibsCon, AMKey, C3 Expo.
Yep.
Yeah, C3 Expo. Those will be end of February, beginning middle of March. If you want to come see us for any of those, feel free to. At 2 of those off the balcony will be, well, 1 for sure, AMKey. Hopefully 2 if DibsCon says, yeah, we want to pursue this. Will be events at those conventions. But I do want to say, as just kind of like a final sort of word, thank you all for listening to us yap for 2 things for 2 hours.
We are about 5 people short of 100 subscribers. So that'll be a day.
This is gonna be the year.
We can finally get more YouTube tools. Woohoo!
Yeah, right. Hey, slow and steady wins the race. But anyway, thank you all for listening. You guys have been a fantastic audience.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Okay, everyone. We'll see you next time, and hopefully we get more episodes out this year in the year of 2026.
Yep. Lord willing,
because even though we did our year-end one at the beginning of the year.
Well, that's because that's how scheduling works.
Yeah,
welcome to this would be season 5. Season 5 of Off the Balcony.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night.